What's up guys, I'm Kada, and in this video I'll be talking about the new SSR Selection banner that we just got with Gemma, Goshki and Tendo, and which one should you go for depending on which type of team you're trying to build. So let's jump right in. Alright, so I want to start with Kemma. It's a pretty solid setter. Where is it? Right here. Basically, his whole kit is around this Keep It Alive buff that increases your allies' receive power, and you got this skill that also increases your team save power, and it basically works around that. So if you want to run Kemma, I would highly suggest you go for Kuroo. But if you plan on getting Kuroo or you already have Kuroo, then I would suggest you guys to run the Nekma team. So these are the only options that you have. This basically is just a rally team. Your goal by playing this Nekma core is to lower the stamina of your opponent so that you can end the game like down the line, you know. And this skull buff increases the receive stat by 15%. So pretty solid, and it makes a ton of sense for this team. So if Nekma doesn't have wing spikers and opposite aiders, which one should you run? So for now, one wing spiker position should be Uezumi and your opposite aider should be Kentaro. If you don't have Ushijima, obviously. If you have Ushijima, then you can run Ushijima and Goshki, and then like, I don't know, Tanaka or Uezumi, just depends. But if you don't have Ushijima, that I'm assuming you guys don't have if you're summoning on Kuroo, this is just like the best duo you can have. They have a bond together that increases their power attack, and on the last spot is whatever. You can run Tanaka if you already have him, or if you're also summoning for Goshki, you can run him. So those are kind of the only options you really have if you want to run the Nekma team. And now for these two, the Shiratorizawa members, you want to summon for them if you have a Ushijima, obviously. Try to go for both of them because they're like, they have good bonds with Ushijima, especially Tendo. So Tendo should be a priority if you have Ushijima. If you don't have Ushijima, I'm gonna say right now, don't go for them. Unless you're like, oh, I'll get for sure Ushijima when he comes back. But if you're not going for Ushijima, or you're not like 100% if you're going for Ushijima, just don't bother. There will be much better options in the future in terms of UR characters, so don't mind them. But if you do have Ushijima right now, you should be building a Shiratorizawa team, because school bonds are really important in the like early to mid game. So for you to achieve that Shiratorizawa team bond, I think you should always run Goshki and Tendo, because they are the two best players from Shiratorizawa apart from Ushijima. And for the last Shiratorizawa player, I think you should go with the Libero. He's a little bit better than Shinaya, and that opens up space so that you can play with the power setter that we have right now in the game, and you are Oikawa in the future, so you don't have to go for a Shiratorizawa setter. But if you don't have Oikawa, just run the setter you have. If you have Kageyama, that will probably be the case. Just run the Kageyama until Oikawa is released on global, and then you can just slap, I don't know, any middle blocker. Uezumi should be your other wing spiker to complete Oikawa, especially the UR one. If you're planning to go for Bakuto, you can skip Oikawa and go for Akashi, and then just, I don't know, Tsukishima. That was the last one. He's also a good team. You pick and choose. In my opinion, this one is the strongest lineup that you should be aiming for with this Shiratorizawa team bond. And then in the future, you can just do this. I have to mention that you can do this and it will be so strong. Finally, about skill resonance. I think the only worth one is Tendo's skill resonance, because his skill 2 is already so good. Basically, at the start of the match, you apply the same debuff as UR Kuroo. That is that debuff that lowers the opponent's spike power, either being quick attack or power attack. And that changes quite a bit the way Tendo plays. He is much stronger that way, and the other two don't really compare that much to Tendo in terms of skill resonance being that strong. That's all I wanted to discuss today. Take care. Bye.